Hey guys, how you feeling about that workout?
That workout was so hard.
Come on, Hannah, it wasn't even that bad.
Of course you'd say that. You're heavier than me, so you go faster.
How does that even make sense?
Newton's second law, stupid. Force equals mass times acceleration. You weigh more than me, so you can apply more force than the machine, so you get done faster. You know Sam Locke? He goes a lot faster because he weighs 200 pounds or something.
Hannah, you're forgetting Newton's first law. An object at rest stays at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. Since Henry's heavier, it takes more force and therefore more effort for him to start rowing.
What's the point of it anyway? Does being a little bit stronger even make the boat go that much faster? I feel like the friction with the water just slows it way down.
Well, first of all, the boat has an awfully low coefficient of friction with the water, so that doesn't matter so much. And due to Newton's third law, strength really does matter. You see, Newton's third law says that any action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when you pull on an oar, there's an equal push on the boat to make it go forward. Because of that, the stronger you pull, the more force you apply, and the faster the boat will go. That's why Olympic rowers are so strong.
Sounds like it's time to stop complaining about the workout, Hannah, and start building muscle. You'll want that extra mass because of Newton's second law, right?
Alright, whatever. I'm still mad that you're heavier than me. Come on, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, now look here. Look what I'm gonna pull, okay? Alright, now you do it. I guarantee you'll be faster than me.
Whatever you say.
Go.
See? Newton's second law in action, right in front of your eyes. You got so much mass, Henry. You eat too much, fatso, but it makes you faster than me.
Maybe you're just weak. You should work out more.
No, listen. You're not as fast as him either, right? That's because you're like 10 pounds lighter. I swear, it's all physics.
That's a load of baloney. You guys just don't work out as hard as me, and now you're paying the price by being slower.
Maybe she's right, Henry. I mean, the first few strokes are always harder. That probably has something to do with the law of inertia, don't you think? Just look at a start sequence. You do it differently because you have to move the boat from a state of rest.
That makes sense. I guess physics might be real after all.
Hello, my name is James Colasar. My co-writer and co-producer, Case Koopman, and I are here today in this video to explain how rowing is a game of math. Rowing is objectively the best sport, not because rowing is the most fun or athletically taxing. Those are contributing factors, but no. Rowing is the best sport because it displays Newton's three laws more clearly and concisely than any other sport out there. You can display Newton's first law using start sequences for 2K sprints, and the entire sport revolves around Newton's third law, pushing your boat forward by applying force backwards. And you can show the second law, force equals mass times acceleration, by showing how the mass of the rowers affects the speed of the boat, which is what this video is all about. In order to explain how this works most effectively, one first has to familiarize themselves with the inner workings of one of these. This beast of a machine is an erg. It's designed to test how hard a rower can pull, similar to a treadmill for running, or a stationary bicycle for cycling. It's designed like how a boat would be, with a sliding seat and foot stretchers, but instead of pulling on an oar handle to move water, you pull on an erg handle to rotate a fan. The power that you pull the fan with corresponds to the split showing on your erg screen, displaying how quickly you're pulling. The fan requires a ton of power to be pulled hard, and since your split is the biggest determining factor for where you'll be placed in the boat, it's imperative to get this number as low as possible. Taking that into account, you want to bulk up as much as you can, because the heavier you are, the faster you can get that fan moving. The force you apply to the fan is equivalent to the mass multiplied by the acceleration of the body applying the force. So the more weight you can put behind each pull, the more force you'll apply to the fan. That being said, ergs don't float. Boats do. And the split on the erg won't directly correspond to how quickly you can get a boat moving on the water. After all, the heavier a boat is, the slower it would move, right? A boat of 8, where every man weighs 150 pounds, will be 240 pounds lighter than a boat of 8 where every rower weighs 180 pounds, which is a substantial difference. While the heavier boat is at a disadvantage, the extra force required by the higher weight doesn't even come close to countering the increased pressure able to be given by the 180 pounders. especially when taking into account the extremely low coefficient of friction between the rowing shell and the water. It seems almost unfair to run these weights against each other in an even competition. So unfair, in fact, that the rowing community had to create a lightweight category, men under 150 pounds and women under 130. Despite this, there are other contributing factors that affect how quickly you move a boat. Height plays a big role in rowing. Take someone like Christopher, measuring up to 6'6". Inherently, his stroke will be longer than mine, at 5'10", or Case's, practically a munchkin, standing at 5'9", and will have more of an effect on the boat. Technical skill also plays a role. You have to be able to keep a boat balanced and stay in time. Looking at real-world examples, however, we can see that weight is still the overwhelming factor for moving a boat. Take 2 doubles rowed at the head of the Hooch Regatta this fall, one representing Triangle Rowing Club with Mark and Henry, the other representing a semi-independent pair rowing under the name of Jordan Lake Rowing, with Michael and Nathan. Both pairs have the same number of years under their belt in terms of rowing, giving them close to equal technique, and their heights match up, Henry to Nathan and Mark to Michael. But Mark and Henry both weigh just over 150 pounds, while Michael and Nathan weigh closer to 180, 190 pounds. This gives the Jordan Lake double the edge, and pushing them to place higher at Hooch. Taking all this into account, don't give up if you don't weigh as much as the best of the best, or if you're struggling to bulk up. There are 8 spots in the boat, and with great training and determination, you can overcome all odds and get that sub 7 minutes on your 2K ERG test. Or you could just become a coxswain, whatever you think suits you.